What is going on, guys? In today's video I will show you the top 7 best base locations in Grounded 2. No matter if you're just starting your survival journey or already played for a bunch of hours, then this list will cover the most practical, strategic and resource-rich places in the entire game. Grounded 2 map is massive and filled with hidden threats and treasures, so knowing where to settle can completely change your experience. A good base location can mean the difference between constantly running for resources and safety, or thriving comfortably while preparing for your next adventure. So let's jump right into and break down the top base locations that will help you to not only survive but also build and dominate the whole game. Also, if you're interested in buying other PC or console games with 50 or 70% discount, then check out Instant Gaming. For example, I want to buy Elden Ring, so we just click on Add to Cart, then click Pay, then input our details and pay. After payment is complete, we will receive activation key, then copy and paste the key in, and it's that simple. So what are you waiting for? Click my link description and check out Instant Gaming for yourself. So for our first and arguably one of the best starting locations, we have the Snackbar region, specifically the area outside of the Trash Bags Ranger outpost. This location checks every box for beginners and casual players who want quick access to the essentials without immediately venturing into the dangerous territory. The ground here is impressively flat and spacious, allowing for easy base construction without the need to constantly adjust foundation or to deal with terrain obstruction. That alone gives you a much smoother building experience compared to the more rugged areas in the game. What truly makes this location shine, however, is the proximity to the outpost itself. The ranger station here comes equipped with a water cooler, which is one of the few early game sources of clean, fresh water that doesn't require crafting or the risky exploration. This feature gives you a massive advantage in the early game, since hydration is often one of the trickiest aspects of survival. With the cooler nearby, you can wake up and instantly be hydrated by skipping the annoying task of boiling water or foraging for few drops. And in addition to the convenience, the area also provides a generous amount of natural resource. You'll find springs, pebbles, plant fibers, dry grass, and more, which are all critical for crafting basic tools, structures, and survival items. It's also relatively safe, with few hostile insects patrolling the immediate area, which means that you can build and gather without constantly worrying about the ambushes. Moreover, this spot has access to early research and blueprint scanning. The Trash Bags Ranger outpost includes scanners where you can analyze your loot and unlock new crafting recipes. This is incredibly helpful, especially if you're still correcting the raw science, and blueprint bundles to upgrade your gear and the OMI tool. While it's true that this base location is a bit of a walk away from the ends of the map, but that is a trade-off that many players are willing to accept. If you're not planning on relocating every few in-game days, then this base location is an excellent hub that can grow you as you unlock more and better gear. Then moving over to our second pick, and for it we have a hidden gem located in the lower left corner of the entrance region. If you scan the area closely, you will notice a slightly elevated grassy rock formation which is surrounded by relatively flat terrain. This zone is fantastic for mid-game players who want a strategic location with a bit more excitement than the Snackbar region. The standout benefit of this location is its safety that the rock itself provides. Ground-level bugs like the cockroaches and mosquitoes tend to avoid climbing unless provoked, meaning that this rock acts as a natural buffer between your base and any wandering enemies. While the surrounding area can be hostile, including enemies like the bombardier beetles and even mosquitoes that fly near the water resource. However, the top of this rock is still very empty. Then, from a resource gathering perspective, the zone is rich and diverse. Within a short walk, you can find acorns, which are vital for crafting sturdy storage chests and armor. There are also ample sources of sap, twistle needles, and clay. If you're ready to fight for your resources, then you will be able to farm enemy drops from a wide variety of insects, which will give you access to key crafting materials early on. Building your base on top of the rock with the panoramic views of the tall grass and the distant landmarks makes this one of the more visually pleasing spots in the game. If you're looking for a base that blends function with a form, then this one hits the sweet spot. Then our third pick brings us to the ice cream truck region, which is a frosty and mysterious part of the backyard that many players overlook early on. But don't let the cold scare you, this location is surprisingly viable for a base if approached correctly. The key to thriving in this area lies in its preparation. You'll want to make sure that you're equipped with the freeze-resistant gear before fully committing to it as your main base. But once you've done it, this zone offers some serious advantages. The area is largely free of hostile bugs, with the exception of the ladybugs, who, as you know, are only aggressive if you mess with them. This makes the general threat level quite low for mid to late game players. One of the biggest benefits here is the proximity to the rare resources. You are just a short trip away from the blueberry farm, which is one of the only consistent sources of blueberries in the game. These are essential for crafting upgraded smoothies, advanced armor, and mid-game tools. Outside of this zone, blueberry access is scarce, so having them nearby is a huge win. The ground near the truck is also reasonably flat, and the area offers plenty of visual landmarks, making it easy to navigate even without a compass or the marker system. The ice cream truck itself also serves as a kind of a mini fortress or lookout tower, by giving you both tactical and thematical value for your base. Then, when it comes to a base location that offers a blend of everything, so space, safety, resources, and the future planning, then there's no better candidate than the large boulder in the center of the ceremony region. This is without a doubt one of the most well-rounded and versatile places to build your long-term base. The rock gives you an elevated security from the ground-based enemies, while providing a bunch of space for a creative, multi-level base construction. No matter if you're looking to build a fortress, a crafting workshop, or even a decorative home base, then the boulder will provide the perfect canvas. Nearby, you will find 2 ranged outposts within the walking distance. These will offer everything you need for gear progression, including analysis stations, blueprint unlocks, and water coolers for free hydration. Having 2 outposts this close is rare, and gives you a huge advantage when upgrading gear or trying out new tools. Another huge bonus is your proximity to the high-tier resource zones. The boulder is close to the picnic table, Pine Hill, and the statue regions, all of which will house rare ingredients like the lingerie berries, pine needles, and the exotic bug parts. You'll also be near areas that contain rare enemy spawns, such as the praying mantises and the northern scorpions, which are all critical if you want to craft tier 3 weapons and armor. Additionally, this base will put you into a great position for future updates. The eastern edge of the map, which is close to the ceremony boulder, is expected to be expanded upon in future patches, so setting up here will give you a front row access to new content as it rolls out. Then for number 5 location, this one will offer a vertical twist to your grounded experience. Tucked into the southwest side of the entrance region, you will find a large oak tree adorned with the climbable mushrooms and a nearby hill with equally great elevation. This location is a dream for players who love aesthetic and vertical building. Setting up your base on the large mushrooms will give you a whimsical, almost fantasy-like feel, and the added height will offer great defense against ground-dwelling bugs. While the area is not entirely empty of the enemies, the elevation creates a natural safe zone. Another strength of this area is its access to rare materials that are scattered in this region, some of which only appear in the higher elevations or at a specific time of day. You'll also be near key climbing paths and glider-friendly heights, allowing you to travel long distances without using up stamina or dealing with the hostile terrain. One drawback, however, is its distance from some of the game's late-game materials, but if you're into cool builds or looking for a peaceful place to call home, then this spot is definitely worth the trade-off. Next, we head up north to the Snackbar region again, but this time to the decking outside of the Billy's Hog. This location is a bit more dangerous to reach, since you will need to navigate through some tougher enemies and possibly encounter a bombardier beetle on the way. But once you're there, the payoff is fantastic. The decking provides a perfectly flat surface for base construction, which is something that's surprisingly hard to come by in the most parts of the game. Building on this platform means that you don't have to waste materials on complex foundations or risk your walls being misaligned. The area is also surprisingly quiet, with few enemy patrols once you've cleared the immediate threats. More importantly, you're suited right near the endgame materials, so no matter if you're hunting for specific bugs, searching for rare parts, or gathering high-level resources, this zone offers a quick access to almost everything you need. If you're looking for a base to support your late-game crafting and armor upgrades, then the decking outside of the Billy's Hog is a top-tier choice. And now finally, if you're all about massive structures, multi-level builds, or co-op bases with your friends, then the picnic table is where you want to be. This is the ultimate large base location for players who want the room to expand without limits. The flatness of the table is unparalleled. You don't have to deal with awkward terrain, slopes or elevation changes, which makes it ideal for large, symmetrical builds or decorative fortresses. There's also a charm to building here, as it feels like if you're crafting a little fortress kingdom on top of the world. The downside is that you're a bit removed from the early game resource spots, but there will be a bunch of mid-game materials around this region. Lingonberries, pine needles, and several rare bug parts can all be gathered within a short radius. If you enjoy building more than surviving, or you want to create something massive and visible from afar, then this is your go-to location. So let me know what you think about these locations in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, then you definitely don't miss my previous videos, where I showed you the best grounded 2 builds, tier lists and much more. So click the screen now and I'll see you in the next one.